Wonderful. Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon. I've just got a few questions about ABC's X account, so formerly Twitter, which under the About This account says that the account is based in Ireland. Do we know why it's based in Ireland?
Mr. Stevens, I don't know if you have an answer to that one, but
We'll have to take that on notice, Senator. I wasn't aware that it says that. If it does say that, I'm sure there's a good reason, but we'll come back to you.
Okay. Do you know if the ABC use a VPN to access X?
Not that I'm aware of. I access X periodically myself, much to my internal regret. But you don't need a VPN to access it. So I'm puzzled and interested at what you've seen, and we'll follow it up.
I would assume that's Twitter residents or domiciled in Ireland for tax purposes, or
Okay.
X, sorry, as it's now called.
Yeah, okay. Because, it is the official handle at ABC News account that I'm referring to. But,
I
if you
can
could...
assure you that the people running that account are in Australia, not in Ireland, as far as I'm aware.
Okay, great. So, I would love to know if you are using a VPN, what the provider is, what annual expenditure is used on that VPN, and why you would need to use a VPN to access X. But I understand you'll take that on notice. Which social media platforms is the ABC active on?
Mr. Stevens?
A myriad of platforms, and we're there because, as the Managing Director alluded to, a large portion of Australians are only ever getting their information on social media and will only ever get it there. And so we provide news and information on these platforms, particularly via Meta on Facebook and Instagram. We've reduced our presence on X periodically over the last 5 years, given it's become a much more toxic place that is harder to engender a positive discourse. We do retain a presence, though, rather than abandoning it completely. We also recently ran a trial, which we've extended beyond that, on Reddit, where a lot of people are discussing news and information, and then we have a presence on TikTok. Of course, YouTube is a major gateway into the public in terms of consumption for news and information, and also for general content too. So we have a number of accounts we can take on notice and listen for you if helpful.
Thank you. Yes, that would be very helpful. You've said that you are not as active on X as an ABC, not yourself personally. Which social media platforms, if you could take this on notice as well, that ABC have a presence on but don't actively use? So just a conclusive list would be helpful. How many ABC staff deal with social media?
Can we take that?
Yeah.
A large number, and they're doing a variety of things. So, for instance, we have a small group of staff that are doing a superb job moderating comments, for instance, which, as you can imagine, is not the most pleasant job, but they do a fantastic job moderating. We have staff that are involved in the distribution of content across video and audio, for audio third-party platforms as well as video. We also have specialised staff who are expert in creating content for those platforms as well. We're trying to expand the skills acumen of staff across the board to be able to access these platforms, because it's a major priority for us.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So how many staff would you say you've got?
I would not want to guess, Senator. We can take that on notice as well. There would be a smaller number of staff that are specialising in it, such that they're spending all their workday on it. There'd be a large number of staff that have a small amount of interface with the platforms, but touching it at some point as well.
Thank you. How does ABC decide which post it disables replies to?
Well, you might be aware, and I'm sure you are, Senator, there was a significant legal decision a few years back which meant that publishers are legally responsible in a defamation sense for what people post by way of comments. Unfortunately, this means if there is inflammatory or defamatory comments on our posts, we bear the legal responsibility. We don't have the number of staff to be able to moderate all of the posts and all of the potentially inflammatory comments, we can anticipate where there's a higher risk in regards to inflammatory comments or legally risky comments. Having said that, we will always try to minimise the number of comments we switch off because the third-party platforms will deprioritise the posts, and secondly, engagement with the public and our audience and having a direct link in is critically important for us. And so it's a great shame that we have to do that, but we do it reluctantly.
Is ABC concerned with being held liable for defamatory comments made on its pages following the High Court upholding the decision in Volley? Is that what you were referring to earlier?
Yeah.
And just on that, though, I understand that you don't have the number of staff as you'd like to. I think we would all love to have the number of staff to be able to moderate our social media commentary. To what extent would you say that those profiles that you're able to moderate are moderated on social media?
I wouldn't put a percentage on it, but I'll take it on notice. What I'd say is we always endeavour to try and keep comments open. So often we'll keep comments open for a period of time, and then if it's unmanageable, we would switch it off. Sometimes the risk and our experience of some topics or issues or matters that might be before the courts, for instance, we would know that there's no benefit or upside in taking that risk. We can give you a breakdown of the percentage. We would far prefer keep comments open because we're all about engagement. We have to manage that against the legal risk because obviously the public would expect us to not carry immense legal risk over that on a consistent basis if we could avoid it.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, thank you. That's all from me, Chair.